Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of Moms with Yarn. I'm Sharon V., also known as Bronx Knitter.
And I'm Tracy TV McCarthy on Ravelry. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hi! Woohoo! We made it! We had some technical issues earlier, so we couldn't record, but we're here now, so if you're back for more of us, welcome back. And if you're a new viewer, welcome. Join
Yep,
us.
yep,
We have a Ravelry forum. It's called Moms with Yarn, and you don't even have to be a mom to join.
definitely not.
Just come on in.
Yep, join in, join in. We have some fun discussions on there. So welcome, welcome.
Welcome. So, we're going to jump right into the show.
Yes, because
And
we've done this like 6 times already.
I
So we're
know,
old pros.
not to mention, yeah, a few technical issues and a few physical issues.
Don't get me started, Sharon. Listen, don't. You don't want to see my braces. That's bad. That'll be bad.
So, yeah, and the weather is really bad today, so we're going to try to get through this without any issues. It's a
Right,
terrible thunderstorm here.
right. And Sharon promises to stay in her chair tonight.
I promise to stay in my chair. If I can ever figure out a way to get onto the video how I fell off my chair trying to answer the phone, yeah, I think that should be in the blooper section.
And then I think my reaction to it was even better.
Of course, I didn't see anything because I was on the floor.
I think
Much
it took I think it took a good 10 minutes for me to finally get out. Are you okay? Because I was too busy laughing.
like this. Boom. Trying to answer the phone. My mother is traveling, so when my aunt, as she's traveling, supposed to be meeting my aunt, so when my aunt called, I thought, oh God, I hope nothing went wrong. So yeah, bam, hit the floor. Hello.
Okay, let's stop because
Okay,
my braces are going to make an appearance and
okay. All
that's
right,
an ugly sight.
we're going to jump right into the knitting then.
Okay.
Okay, Tracy, you got some
I
FOs?
do. I do. So for the sixth time, I'm showing you my finished socks. Act
Yay!
surprised, Sharon.
Yay!
Oh, finished my socks. So these are the Cables of Wrath colorway in the Socks That Rock. These are my Knitted Heart vanilla socks. I did the first pair using the collage square needles, which didn't really work for me. So the second sock, I used the my Chiago size ones, which just made it fly. So I loved it. They worked out great. And these will be a gift to my sitter. The previous pair that I knit, which was in the dreidel colorway, went to my mother. These will be for my sitter, the sitter that watches my 3 children. So, Sand Jewel, which is Julie on Ravelry, destashed this yarn for me, to me. And she even commented that she really liked the colorway. She's not a purple person, which is why she destashed it. But I love it. I think that my sitter is really going to like it. So, yeah, so these are done. Yay!
Yay!
Finished. And then I have a second finished object. Do you know what it is,
You
Sharon?
go, girl. Of course I do.
This is the little oak. Yep. So I'm going to show you the oak leaf.
Yeah.
And then this is just on the yoke, and then just a pullback of the actual sweater.
What size is
Um,
that?
this is the 18-month size, and the little boy that I knit this for just turned 3 months. So I feel like this is probably going to be a nice sweater for the fall and then something that he'll wear maybe under his winter coat throughout the winter of this year. So if you remember the last time we recorded, I had knit the second sleeve and I realized that I knitted on the wrong size needle because it did come out very tight. The gauge was just off. So I pulled it out, I reknit it, and then I joined it to the body of the sweater, and then I knit up the yoke. And then 2 nights ago, I knit up the ribbing on the button band and woven the ends yesterday, and it's done. So now all it needs is buttons. And then I think tomorrow I'll go to my local five and dime and look for buttons, and then I'll give it to my mom who hates sewing less than I do. And I'm considering this finished. And once I consider it finished, we spoke about this, it can't be not finished.
Right.
So it's an FO,
It's
and that's it.
well, it's FO off the needles.
It's FO off the needles. It's done.
Right.
See, now it's done and it's going over here. And that's it. Once it goes
It
like this,
it's going in the done pile.
so that's all I have for this week. What do you
Okay.
have?
I have a couple of things. I was working with some jitterbug yarn. This is all that's left of it in the October afternoon colorway.
Yeah, I can't believe that just that much left. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And I made these show off stranded socks,
Yeah, those are nice.
which is a free pattern on Knitty, I think. And these are the socks I got for my friend Mary, who retired.
That's really nice.
She has these little tiny size 7 feet.
Yeah, those are really cute. I like how there's like really it seems like there's no heel.
And no, the sock goes this way.
Yeah.
So you can see how the foot goes.
Yeah.
And it's just a very clever
Yeah.
um, heel construction. I wasn't real pleased with it, and for a minute I thought I would do the fish lips kiss heel,
Hmm.
but I said let me follow the pattern because I usually do when I make a pair of socks the first time,
Yeah.
and then the second time I just make it my way.
Yeah, right. And we talked about in the maybe the second, third week that I'm a size 7.5, 8. So when you do knit me something,
We did talk about that, didn't we? It won't happen this year, but it'll be all right. I also, oh, that pattern was a free pattern by Ann Campbell, I believe.
you're not having trouble hearing me, right?
Uh,
Oh, hi.
you remember him from when he was a baby? This pattern, I don't know who did it. Ann Campbell. So the second pair of socks I made is called Torrent by Emily Vessel and Alexa Ludeman.
Oh, those are pretty.
And I used,
Sorry, did you say that was a free pattern or?
no, that's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. And I used some ancient Fleece Artist Basic Merino in the Wildflowers colorway. And this yarn is very old, so the yarn is a little bit faded. So I finished these socks. Boom. I
Very
don't
pretty.
know, you can't really see the pattern here.
Yeah, you can't really see the
Let me
top.
show you what it looks like.
Oh, so nice. Really nice.
And the thing that bothers me about the yarn, which I hope to be able to over dye, is that the color is more faded on one sock than it is on the other. But two socks,
Done.
done. Bam.
Nice.
In your face on the floor.
Like it. Yay. You're not
Yay.
having trouble hearing me, right?
Nope, my earbud's just falling out.
You can keep them.
I know. The last thing is the lavender cardigan, which you remember I started. You can't really see. There's no really good picture of it. But it
Oh,
looks like that.
yep. Kind of looks like the shalom a little bit.
Except the top part of the sweater is all garter stitch.
Yes.
And so you remember last time I was just getting started, and now it's finished.
Wow, that was fast.
It's garter stitch, stockinette stitch. So
Yeah, that's so pretty. What color is that?
it's in Valley Yarns Goshen in the linen colorway.
So it's like a beigey.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
So I put the button on the
Oh,
sleeves, the button on the collar, and
and
now
who's that for?
this is going to my next door neighbor because what happened was the gauge and the amount of yarn I had only made the sweater only comes in one size. So I used a size 6 and a size 7 needle, and it made the sweater small around the arms.
Okay.
So it was only going to fit somebody who had arms like a toothpick.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been blocked. It's one block away from being finished.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like.
It's really pretty.
And I would make this again. I would use a lighter yarn and larger needles to make it more loose and airy type.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's done. They're my three things.
That's great. You got a lot done.
I got a lot done. This with a lot with Old Stash, which is the
Yeah.
thing that makes me the happiest. Because
Yeah.
if I had, which I did do, I did buy new yarn, and but I really wanted to tackle the old yarn. So just getting those 12 skeins of the linen out of my stash. Thank you.
Yes. Are you participating in Stash Dash or no?
No. I don't, because some of the stash dash, they want you to have photos of your stash. My stash will never make it to Ravelry.
Yeah.
I just am not going to take the time. And I don't know if Stash Dash does. I don't
It
know if
doesn't.
it doesn't.
Oh,
Maybe I'll post them there. You
yeah,
know,
I do. I'm participating because I've participated in the last couple years, and I feel like you don't win anything. I mean,
right.
I win because I feel like it really pushes me to. Um, I feel like summer is a tough time of year to knit because it's so hot, and it's really hard to try and find yarns that you know it's easy to knit in the winter because it's cold and you want to keep warm.
And it gets dark early and no
Early.
place to go.
Exactly. So I find it hard to knit in the summer, and you're busy. I mean, with three kids, they all they want to be is outside, and you want to spend the time at the parks and outside. So for me, I feel like any time that I get to knit and then feel like I accomplished something, I want to show it off.
Right.
So I mean, even if I feel like even if I don't get to the end goal of knitting, I don't even remember what it is. It's 5 miles of yarn.
5,000 meters.
Right. So if it's 5,000 meters, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to 5,000 meters, but um, like every finished object that I knit, I do post on there because I feel like it's an accomplishment for me. It's getting me towards, again, just hey, I knitted it and I'm knitting towards Stash Dash. And I do. I love just the concept. I love, that it's the community of everybody going to their stash and, really just knitting down and getting those whips completed. And it's funny
Right.
because I was just watching the Knit Girls today on the train ride home and, um, finishing this sweater, the sweater that I finished for, my husband's um, assistant made me think of the sweater that the tiny TVs for my girls that I showed one of the first episodes. I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna
Get it over with.
get it over with. I just want it off. Like I feel like not just because of Stash Dash, but I think I just looking back, I think the only thing that's left are the sleeves. Like, and it's like those are
Why?
socks. Those are socks. Like,
Right.
just get them done. So, and they're like decent socks because they're DK weight. Like it'll be done in like 10 minutes, like by the time I go like this, they'll be done.
Right.
So I have to just do it. So, I'm hoping that by the next couple weeks, maybe by the next time we record, at least I'll have like one or two sleeves done. Maybe one of the sweaters will be done and then it'll encourage me to just finish the second sweater and then I'll have that off the needles as well. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. Maybe I will post there. The Knit Girls is having annually, Laura, also known as Lala on the Knit Girls, has every year she does this to try to get her stash down. And this year it's 5,000 meters, however many yards of fiber that is. But every time you finish an object, you post it with the yardage next to it, a picture and the yardage,
Yep.
and it counts towards there. No prizes, no nothing, so you don't have to feel like you're going in and gift grabbing or anything like that. Just go, post, and participate. And you'd be surprised how fast your stash goes down when you're actually in league with other people who are doing the same thing.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. So maybe
Yeah.
I will post
Yeah. And you basically post in one thread. So you just keep going to that one thread and
and post it as picture.
re-updating it. Yeah. Posting like a new picture of a new finished object and then adding to that running total. So,
Right, you just keep editing your post, not a new post for every item.
yeah. So it's
Thumbs
fun.
up to that. Anything to get my stash down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that new stash isn't coming in,
Right. But it's
but
nice to see the old stash. I mean, I have stash from the 90s.
you were born in the night?
Yeah, as a matter of
Really?
fact, I was. I think I'm 19 right now. Do you have any works in progress?
I do. I actually have one, well, two-ish. I have one. I started a new sock, and it's not the vanilla sock.
Whoa, what is it?
It's the Skype rib sock. So,
Wow,
yeah,
branching out, girl.
no. So
That
the
looks
Skype,
like a knit picks needle.
it's not. It's my Chiago's.
Oh, it's red. Okay.
Yep. It's my Chiago red lace. So it's just the cuff. I did like 13 rows right now. It's just the cuff. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's by Adrienne Koo. And you guys probably have done, I think everybody's done the Skype sock.
I haven't.
Yeah, so it's a popular pattern. This is a Skype rib. I like tight socks. Well,
Is it
the
with
piece
is it
like
for self-striping yarn or
no, it's not. It's for variegated generally. And this is Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock Lightweight in the Twinkle Twinkle Little Vampire colorway. And this is what it looks like.
ooh, pretty.
Yeah, it's very different. So I started that on the train ride home tonight. Um, I just wasn't sure like what kind of sock I wanted to do. I I'm just gonna try it. We'll see.
So it's the Skype rib.
Yeah, so I guess the original one is the Skype sock.
Yeah.
It's SKYP.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one, I'm assuming, is just a version of the original with like a rib. I mean, I'll
Okay.
let you guys know what
Ends
how it
up being.
ends up
Right.
being.
Do you have a
But
picture?
I don't.
Okay.
But I'll have one for next time. Because
Um,
again, I started it on the train ride home, so I just used my phone.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then the second thing that I have on my needles is I'm starting a sweater.
Go girl.
An adult sweater.
Yay!
So it's going to look like this. It's the Louise. It's very,
Oh, is
can you see it?
yes. Um, whose sweater is that?
It's going to be mine.
I mean, who's the designer?
Carrie Bostic Hage. And I think it was originally on the, oh, hang on. Just give me 1 second. What kind of yarn? Quince and Company.
Oh,
Quince
okay.
website.
Mm-hmm.
So Julie, on the Plucky Knitter Ravelry forum, they're doing an unofficial Louise knit along. So she encouraged me to purchase a few more skeins of the Plucky Knitter club colorway. It's the Hi Ho Silver
Mm-hmm.
Primo Aaron, which is this color, which is actually very, very pretty. It's like a grayish, almost like beigey.
Mm-hmm.
It's gray.
I always call that sand. because
Yeah.
some of it is gray and some of it is brown, but
Yep.
together it kind of makes a whole other bronzy.
Yep.
So I get that.
So I started my swatch,
Mm-hmm.
and these are on size 9, Chiagu interchangeables. I've never really swatched per se
Mm-hmm.
on a sweater. So I'm just gonna do this for probably like 5 inches and then measure it and see if I can get to what they say I'm supposed to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what I'm supposed to do next. Like, I'm assuming I have to like measure around here. I have to measure around here. I'm assuming I have to measure around here and then try and compare to the pattern because it does give you like finished measurements.
Mm-hmm. So the sweater is knit in pieces and then you sew them together.
Yeah, so I think it's knit in it's a back, 2 fronts, and then I think you attach with the sleeves. I haven't really looked through it yet because
Mm-hmm.
I think knitting the swatch is like giving me the sweats to begin with.
Haven't you made an adult sweater before?
No, no. This is my first one.
Do you have sweater quantities?
No, it was like a big deal. Like we were trying to figure out, Julie and I, like what was in my stash and like what would work for this sweater versus other sweaters versus. So I picked this as my main color because as you can see, I'm going to show you again. It pretty much has 3 colors.
Yes.
So the main color is going to be the high ho silver. And then I have this bluish color.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm going to do is it's going to be like, can you hear me? You keep,
Yes.
it's going to be fondant. It's like a, like almost like a, I'll show you the next time. I'm afraid to keep moving, but I'll bring it on next time. It's like a tealy blue. It's like a
Okay.
blue. And then um this color here is called Princess Phone. I'm gonna instead of the yellow, I'm gonna do a bright, bright pink. I don't know if you guys remember the pink that I showed that I got in the club colorway. It was called Think Pink.
Yes.
Bright pink. So I think I'm gonna do that for the sleeves.
Okay.
Gonna be like very plain with the high ho silver, but then like bright pops of blue and pink. And we'll see how it goes.
Pretty good.
So that's kind of what I'm gonna have on the knee. So it's gonna be those 2 projects plus finishing up my 2 sweaters for the girls.
Mm-hmm. That's like I have some FOs that have been languishing that I've been thinking about finishing, but they're only still in the thinking stages, so I'll work that out at some other point. But I have a couple of
What do you wear?
whips. I found some yarn in my stash and it had this label.
Oh,
No writing, no nothing.
I'm going.
I don't know who made it. I don't know what the yardage is. I don't know what the fiber content is. It's silky like bamboo. It also feels kind of like microfiber.
No, that almost looks like either a Carabella or like a
It's not Carabella because I've used Carabella 1,000 times.
like
The,
or
the label, I guess they must have been, it's from the Yarn Garden, which is out near you. Maybe it was labeled like this and for resale. Somebody, the store was maybe getting rid of it. But anyway, I decided that I'm going to make the Lonely Skein Cowl by Diana Rosenstein.
that's pretty. That's really pretty.
Thank you. So I started this yesterday, but I haven't touched it.
Is it a paid for pattern or is it
Uh, Paid for.
okay?
I did a provisional cast on, but then I took the provisions off. So this is how far I've gotten.
That's really pretty.
And the only thing that I did different was the cables are supposed to be mirrored, so if one is a left cable and the other's a right cable, I tried it and there's so much going on visually anyway that I decided that I would just make them face the same way, and because when it goes on this way.
Couldn't even tell.
So that's the only alteration to the pattern that I made. Like I said, unknown yarn, unknown yardage. And my last thing is I am making with some Elizabeth Lavold silky wool
Hmm.
in the colorway, which is probably a number, and I don't know what it is.
It's like, or is it?
It's blue.
Oh, nice.
So I'm making this for me.
Didn't you make that
I made one for my mom.
already?
The difference between what hers looks like and what mine will look like, because I used the same wool, only I made hers in citron colorway, is that the pattern has 2 rows of diamonds. I'm only going to make myself with one.
And then what are you gonna do to,
With 1 row of diamonds. So it'll still be the exact same sweater. It just won't have the diamond pattern repeated on the sleeve.
okay.
So it'll just be another yoke sweater because these top-down sweaters are
Yeah.
easy peasy. And so I started yesterday, so I didn't get very far.
Pretty good for yesterday. As opposed to this is what I started.
I know, but I gotta make a sweater for a fat girl, so I need a lot of yarn. And for my size, I still need 4 skeins of this. So I'm only on skein 1.
Oh man.
So, but I actually have, those were sock pairs number 23 and 24 of the 26 pair plunge. I have 2 pairs of socks to make, so I will be casting on a pair of socks tonight. And maybe since you're not making them, maybe I'll make some my knitted heart socks. Are they fast?
They're super fast.
Yeah. Ooh, because I can't make the same thing you're making.
No, you
But
can make
I found a couple of patterns that I like. One of them was Chimera, but it has a cable on it which is raised and will not fit in a shoe.
yeah.
So that doesn't serve me. And so I gotta figure out how to make socks with flat designs.
You know which sock I was actually thinking about making? Did you ever see the Tin Can Knits Simple series? Um,
Yes.
the rye socks?
Yes.
But they were a DK, I think,
Yes.
which I don't have a whole lot, I don't think. Like I don't even know if I have DK. Like would socks that rock heavyweight be a D would be considered a DK? Probably not. I don't think that would be considered.
No, it's a heavy fingering
Yeah.
as opposed to a eyelash fingering,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But do you have any
Like I have a lot of plucky knitter, sport. I probably have some DK of that.
sport and DK are pretty interchangeable.
Yeah.
So you can use either one of those. But if you have some low end yarn, Lion brand,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what I've used to make DK. I had Midi Duet from a Swell Yarn Shop. She's not dying anymore because she had a baby. So I had some of that. It was making socks with DK
Yes.
changes
Quick.
everything.
I know it's quick.
Yeah,
So I might make those soon because they looked really cute.
yeah.
And it was real, like I looked at the pattern, it was real, for someone who doesn't know how to make socks, I think that that would be a really good
Easy.
first
Yeah,
pattern. Like I think it would be good because it's very good layout of the construction of a sock. Like this is the rib, the top portion, this is the leg,
right.
this is the gusset, this is the foot. Like I felt like the pattern was really well written. So
Well, I would find that it would probably serve me more to make them with my hand spun.
yeah. But would you want to make a hand spun sock?
Why not?
Oh, I don't know.
It works the same way as regular sock yarn does, and it's no more or less valuable. I mean, I put more effort into getting them made, but they cost the same about
Right.
buying sock yarn. So,
Yeah. All right.
so is that it for
That's
you?
that's all I got.
Oh, I just wanted to say one thing. I went ahead and I purchased these Nova Cubics. Remember, they
Oh
were on
yeah.
their way here when we spoke last.
Yes.
So I made both pairs of socks with these Nova Cubics. I love them.
Oh, good.
I think they're the best thing since sliced bread. Um, they're not heavy. Um, I've made two pair of socks. My other needle is stuck in something, and they're not bent yet.
That's good.
Because oh my gosh, if you could ever see my needles, you'd be like, "Girl, how are you still using these?" But they're still straight after
Nice.
two pairs of socks.
Good.
Oops, the point is magnificent.
Oh, that's pretty good. Better than your Susan Bates?
No, because these are 6 inch and these were the longest ones they had.
Okay.
I like longer needles.
Okay.
But if you're making small things,
Yeah.
perfect. And
Right.
they feel good, even though they're square. They feel
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yes. I don't know how if you can see.
Oh, I can see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh,
I
Dove
love them,
Cubics. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
but they're small.
Oh, good. Okay.
So if you and they were reasonably priced, which is the other. It was a
Yeah.
really good, and I got them from Jimmy Bean's Wool. They had the best price,
Okay.
so that's my endorsement for the week
Cubics.
for
Nice.
cubics. Yeah, I say some needles are a borrow and some are a buy. These are a
Yep.
definite buy.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so
Good.
that's it.
That's all I got.
Okay,
I
so
can't believe we made it through.
I know with no incidences. Yay! I know because yesterday was a fiasco. The phone rang, the microphones didn't work, my computer wasn't working.
You fell off
I
the
fell
chair.
off the chair
Said my
sideways.
microphone wasn't working.
It was terrible.
It was
But
bad.
yeah, we're here. And we'll get back to our regular schedule
Yes.
in 2 weeks when we come
Yes.
back with some progress and things like that.
Yep.
So, everybody that's joined us for this episode, thank you for joining us. Thank you for
Yep.
watching. We really appreciate it. And
Yep.
we will see you the next time.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye,
See ya.
guys. Bye.